Hello everybody, my name is Simon from KfW. We are the German Development Bank, which is a bit of the equivalent of the World Bank of Germany. If you want. And we introduced last year the World Savings Day in the Democratic Republic of Congo, and I'm very glad to speak about this project to you because it's a quite global concept. Some of you might know it. It actually exists in over 40 countries around the world, and the concept the World Savings Day was created 80 years ago. So it's you see here a few pictures from European nations, France, Germany, etc., which celebrated the World Savings Day. It's a very, very powerful tool because it's one day. It's like the World Labor Day, for example, which is always the 1st of May. The World Savings Day is always the 31st of October. So many banks in countries celebrate savings and the promotion of savings on that singular day. So in Congo, this was the official mascot, the icon, and these were the participating banks. We tried to unite as many banks as possible. I mean, when I say banks, there are microfinance banks, there are microfinance institutions, and there are small-scale cooperatives. So it was involving many institutions with our partner on the German side, the Savings Banks Foundation, with our partner on the Congolese side, the Congolese Central Bank and the Congolese Banking Association. And what we did was sending down consultants for 2 to 3 months to work with the financial institutions in the workshop. The picture just went away. To think how we can establish that in Congo and how we can really make it a long-lasting project. The central bank organized a huge event with about 800 participants to launch it officially. So there was the Ministry of Education, the Ministry of Finance, were there, lots of officials, of course, the whole financial sector, lots of donor agencies to make this concept known. The institutions themselves, they organized little giveaways because what's the World Savings Day about? In principle, from the financial institution side, it's to raise savings and to include youth and children into the financial sector. For the children, the interesting thing is, when they open an account on that day, they don't pay any fees, there are no maintenance fees, etc. That really depends on the bank. The bank develops the product they want to offer to the youth. And this was the promotional campaign around it to make it known in Congolese public, on TV, on radio, on articles, etc., in journals. So it's widespread known, and the population really goes to the banks and their institutions on that specific day. As I said, you can have a look at this on the website. We have on our own website the full report because we believe this is a very, very interesting concept which can be applied in many countries around the world. It's not a long-lasting, high-intensity project because the beauty of this is that the financial institutions themselves, they have to really grab it and fill it with life. They have to pay for it. They produce their own products and they put a lot of energy in it because we believe they know best what their sector needs. I mean, we come from the outside, we have some concepts in the back of our heads, but they really know what fits in the local context. And in the Congo case, about 600 man-days were contributed to the introduction of the World Savings Day from the financial institutions only. About twice or thrice the budget we put into the World Savings Day came from the financial institutions. There was a lot of buy-in from the population. 17,000 students and pupils were, let's say, it was more than informed, financially educated in this process because the 10 participating banks went to the schools and did also that work themselves and get in direct touch with the pupils and students. At the end, 9,000 savings accounts were created, about 75 of that for youth because adults are not excluded in this in principle. And a few $100,000 euros were raised through this, and a lot of youth included. You see some students which opened their first bank accounts. Many of the participants from the students and pupil side were for the first time in touch with the financial institution, and for them it was a huge ego boost to have their own savings account, as you all know, working with. And maybe on that I pass on the microphone to the next participant.